What up, fight world? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Quick post fight. Only doing this because I love you guys, the fans, and people reached out and wanted me to do this. Alexander Povetkin brutally knocks out Johann Duhaupas. Now, I wasn't even going to make this video because I'm not that impressed with it, because he failed another drug test. That's the most important thing. And if I don't know if it's on an even playing field or what you were using Ostarine for, and you basically cheated to get an advantage, why would I be impressed with that? And in addition to that, Johann Duhaupas took the fight on like 5 hours notice. I don't even know how they were able to coax him into this particular fight and get him over to Russia in that amount of time. He must have been somewhere close, because the amount of time that it was from when it was revealed that the Povetkin-Stavern fight was off to Johann Duhaupas in the ring. Maybe they already knew they failed or something and started making a plan B. I don't know. But, I mean, the dude didn't have time to prepare. You can't compare Deontay Wilder versus Johann Duhaupas to Povetkin, because one, Wilder didn't fail his drug test in that fight or any other fight that I know of. And two, the guy didn't even have a full training camp. I mean, he took the fight on less than 24 hours notice. Why would I be impressed with that? You know what I mean? And you see on the knockout, link in the description, I mean, he was hurt with the shot and he literally backed straight up. So it didn't look like Johann Duhaupas was even in shape, because that's probably one of the biggest rookie mistakes you can make, is to back straight up, squared up. And, you know what I mean, you're asking to get knocked out, especially against a guy who has power like Povetkin. So sometimes that's what happens when fatigue kicks in. You're not thinking straight and you're not doing everything fundamentally sound because you're tired. So that's what to me, that's what it looked like. Because Johann Duhaupas, if he would have made some of those same mistakes versus Deontay Wilder, he probably would have got knocked out too. But again, he knew he was fighting Deontay Wilder, had a full 6 to 8 week camp or whatever it was, and that was that. You know what I mean? This, he probably got the fight. You got to keep in mind, the Russian promoters, World of Boxing, right? Binsky or whatever his name is, he put up $3 million. He's rich, you know what I mean? He put up $3 million for Povetkin-Stavern. I did this on the Ego Purses video. They were going to split that. So basically 1.2, 1.5 million a piece. Now the Stavern fight is off, so they probably offered Johann Duhaupas a pretty penny that he couldn't turn down to take the fight with Povetkin on a moment's notice, and it is what it is. So I'm not impressed with it, just because, again, you cheated with Ostarine in your system. You guys can Google the side effects and advantages that it gives you. And then in addition to that, you brutally knocked him out, but it doesn't look like the guy was prepared. And that wasn't the same Johann Duhaupas that we seen fight Deontay Wilder. I don't care what no one says, because he was making dumb mistakes like backing straight up. And again, to me, that's more of an indication of you being fatigued and tired and probably out of shape. You know what I mean? You have to, combat is brutal. You have to be ready and willing to fight somebody, especially an Olympian like Alexander Povetkin or Deontay Wilder. So the fact that the guy didn't get a training camp, I mean, I'm not impressed. You put any fighter, you know what I mean? Like, let's say it's like putting Keith Thurman in there with Danny Garcia, and he hasn't fought in a minute because Johann Duhaupas hadn't fought since he beat Robert Helinas, which he won. And that was an undefeated guy. He beat him via knockout. You know what I'm saying? So I think the guy's tough and able, but if you don't give him a proper training camp, a lot of fights would look different. Troy King brought this up too with Nicholas Walters and Vasyl Lomachenko. You mean you got a guy who gained weight in his off season, probably had to have a fat camp, and at the end of the day, not saying he would have beat Lomachenko, but his chances are drastically dwindled down when you don't have no type of training camp to really focus on a game plan and stuff, because you had such a long layoff. So layoffs and all this is strategy, man. Like, you know what I mean? They put in somebody who wasn't ready, and that it is what it is. And you guys can make excuses and be like, no, Povetkin would have knocked him out. But bottom line, all of Povetkin's wins, his Olympic, I think he has an Olympic gold medal, his win over Mike Perez, all of that has to be questioned. There's a big asterisk. It's just like Antonio Margarito when it found out he was cheating and he was trying to do Shane Mosley in with the loaded wraps. you have to question all of these things. You know what I mean? And you can bring up all these other fighters. I've seen someone, Bermane Stiverne failed too. But you notice the fight didn't get canceled when Bermane Stiverne failed his drug test, because he failed for something that can be found in energy drinks. They're not putting Ostarine and Meldonium and all this other stuff in common energy drinks, Rock Stars and Red Bulls and shit. So obviously that goes to show you. It's just kind of reminds me of when Floyd Mayweather, when he hit Victor Ortiz with the 2-piece. A lot of people that hate Floyd, they're like, oh, he cheated. If he cheated, then why isn't it ruled a no contest, or why didn't he get disqualified? Because he didn't cheat it. No one wanted to see the fight end like that. However, he did not cheat. What he did was within the rules, and it was Victor Ortiz's fault for, first of all, fouling and leaping off his feet and headbutting Floyd and creating that animosity or that adrenaline rush, and then trying to kiss and make up for it too long. You know what I mean? Just be ready to scrap, protect yourself at all times. So it is what it is. I don't know what's going to happen with Povetkin, but that's my post-fight. Drop it in the comment section. Make sure you share the video, like the video as always. Hey, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off.